Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Jonathan and welcome to the Boyle Venture Group show number 2. And what are we going to be talking about today? Well, we're going to be talking about home ownership and the process of how to get to it. So, it's very simple. I'm just going to go over it very briefly. So it's 10 different steps pretty much. So, first of all, when you are looking to buy a home, you want to prepare for it. You want to make sure that you're going in the right direction and, looking for the home of your dreams. You want to know what you're looking for in a new home, how much cash do you actually want to invest into this purchase, and, obviously have you talked to a lender or asked some questions about how to obtain a mortgage. Now, the second thing that you want to do is find a realtor. Now, when choosing a realtor, don't be afraid to speak to many agents. I'm an agent myself. That doesn't necessarily incline you that you have to come speak to me. But anyways, you want to speak to a lot of different people in the real estate industry and ask about their success. First, you want to know how many years they've had in the industry. Do they work full-time or part-time? Their selling experience in the community. Have they lived in the community? What services they'll provide as an agent. Because certain companies, they'll only do a certain amount of things. How will you be represented as a buyer, as a seller? And then, of course, you want to give them as much information about your criteria as possible. You want to see what their fee for their services are. You also want to see, hey, maybe they have a few pocket listings, or basically what those are listings that not on the market, but that they know someone else is trying to sell their home. Also, the paperwork that needs to be signed, and, contract time frame as working with this agent, well, if you're a seller or if you're a buyer. Now, the third thing that you want to know is how to start the loan process. Now, of course, you could speak to an agent, and they'll send you to a lender. However, you could always choose your lender. And remember, some people are worried that, it's going to affect my credit score if I go to multiple lenders. Well, if you go to one lender and then you shop around for the first 2 weeks, it doesn't negatively affect your credit score once again. And then, once you get all this, you finally get pre-approved. And when you get pre-approved, that actually helps the agent, because then we could know what your criteria is that, you qualify for. So then we start the search about where do you want to live, the neighborhood, the crime rate, the price, the school system, zoning, how far you want to be from your job, the style of the house you're attracted to, and several other different topics. Then once you're done searching, you actually find the home. Now, these could be based off location, affordability, the size, style, design, whether it's a multi, whether it's a single, amenities, and, those are just a few things that you want to get, into your brain. After that, the sixth step is to finally make an offer on a home. Now, in this market in New Jersey, it is a very hot market, especially in northern New Jersey, so most areas, it's a seller's market. What that basically means is that the seller has more power and is more likely to raise the price of their home, because most people want to buy homes in those areas. Now, of course, there are certain areas in northern New Jersey that aren't as hot. However, basically what I'm trying to get at is when you make an offer, you want to make sure that it's competitive. Now, if you're an investor, of course, you're willing to lose the deal. But again, it's a numbers game when it comes to making offers sometimes, even on the first-time homebuyer residential side. Now, the next step you want to do is the financing. Now, how much money do you want to put down? How's your credit? Is this your first home? Do your due diligence of the mortgages that you can actually be given. And then, not to mention, when you're offering on the home, you want to see what terms you want to do. For example, if you're first-time home buyer, you might want to put like 60 days, 90-day close. If you're a seller, you want to let the agent know that, you have to close within, or, X amount of days, something like that. But that brings us to that next step, which is one of the final ones, which is insurance. You want to make sure that you get good title insurance, you get good homeowners insurance, flood insurance, and heck, maybe even a home warranty sometimes, depending on the home. Now, finally, the ninth step is closing procedures. They're always changing, so you want to make sure that what's going on in closing happens, and that brings us to settling in. Once you close on the property, you're basically almost there. So settling in means, finally unpacking, grabbing that cup of wine or bottle of wine, and popping bottles, having a good time. So with that, that's pretty much everything you need to know about, like the home ownership process. In fact, my wife and I, we're actually doing that right now. So we're actually in the home search part of this process, and should be fun. So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, as a first-time home buyer, feel free to reach out. I am a realtor as well. I'm an investor first, but I'm also a realtor. So please feel free to call me. Again, it's 973, 969-2299. Again, 973-969-2299. Or, you can visit the website at boyleventuregroup.com or follow us on Facebook. So thank you, and talk to you later.